dancing in the kitchen.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Liz.
Welcome to
Dancing in the Kitchen.
This is a show where we bring you music and food to elevate your mood, and we are so excited to be here with you. We are going to share with you today some ingredients that contain powerful nutrients that can support your mood and mental health. We'll share a recipe that features those ingredients, and we will share some uplifting original music to help you enjoy while you're cooking and putting it all together. So without further ado, let's get started. This week, we are focusing on the topic of depression. And depression is really relevant. In my life personally, I had a whole just long, drawn out process of going through a lot of depression and learning how to overcome it and be able to be healthy and happy. Liz was there with me on that ride.
I was.
And now we're in a much better place.
Yes.
And we want to share with you some of the things that have worked to help me, feel my best and be my best, because it's definitely very preferable to be on this side. We are going to talk today about iron. And iron is a very important nutrient, and an iron deficiency can lead to a condition called
anemia.
And both Liz and myself have actually struggled with anemia. So Liz, what is like the main symptom of anemia?
I think just overall general fatigue and just feeling very, very out of sorts. I think you just don't have any energy. You just feel completely just like drained and totally lackluster. And that's what I experienced to the point of like passing out. So yeah, it can be very serious if you don't address it. So
those symptoms are also very similar to the way that I've felt at times when I've been very depressed.
Right, they definitely can mimic that.
And I actually have also struggled with anemia at times. After I had my second son, I was completely exhausted, and it didn't even occur to me that I might be anemic, but I went and got some blood work done, and my doctor was like, lo and behold.
Right.
So I made sure to incorporate more iron-rich foods in my diet. I actually supplemented, and my energy came back. All that to say that if you're experiencing those kinds of symptoms, it's really important to go see your doctor, get some blood work done, and see if there's any underlying nutritional deficiencies, at least before you go in for more invasive interventions like medications or electroconvulsive therapy. If it's a nutritional deficiency that's relatively easy to solve, that would be the place to start.
That's simple.
Yeah. So what are some foods that contain iron? Any ideas?
Broccoli?
Broccoli does.
Okay.
Leafy greens in general contain iron. So today we're going to be talking about spinach as a good source.
Okay.
And we're also going to be talking about regenerative, grass-fed, organic beef. So red meat tends to be a good source of iron if that's something that you include in your diet.
And like beef liver and things like that. Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, organ meats are actually very rich.
Doesn't sound appetizing, but
Right, yeah, and you can actually get liver encapsulated, so you don't actually have to eat it. You can just take it as a supplement. The recipe that we are going to share with you today is a hearty veggie meat sauce on top of a black bean spaghetti.
Yum.
And something that not everybody knows about iron is that what you eat it with actually makes a really big difference. Vitamin C helps our body to absorb iron, and we're putting the spinach and the ground beef into a tomato sauce, which has a lot of vitamin C and can help your body absorb the iron.
Nice.
Conversely, calcium can actually block iron absorption, so if you're eating like red meat with a lot of cheese or milk products or anything that contains a lot of calcium, that could actually slow down and interfere with the iron absorption.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We are going to get cooking,
Yes.
but first we want to share with you a song that we're going to have playing in the background while we put the recipe together.
Right.
And this song is the theme song of our show.
It's Dancing in the Kitchen.
Dancing in the
Here we
Kitchen.
are, yeah.
And this song actually is a cover song. It's by a band called LANY, and it's what inspired the concept for the show.
Right.
We were thinking about how do we bring music and food and mental health all together, and I was dancing in my kitchen to this song and was like, aha.
Epiphany.
Epiphany, that's perfect. Dancing is actually a really powerful way to shift your energy and uplift your state. As Taylor Swift says, shake it off. There's actually science behind that.
Nice.
So when we go into fight, flight, and freeze mode, where our sympathetic nervous system is really activated, what animals do in the wild is once the threat has passed, then their body actually shakes to release the stress of that encounter or whatever it was. And this works in our bodies too, but because we are very cerebral beings, we can tend to like really repress that. But if we take the opportunity to dance and shake, we can kind of release that residual stress, and our nervous system can be healthier overall.
Nice.
And when you're calm and regulated, life just feels better.
We need that.
All right, well, let's get cooking.
All right, thanks guys.
City lights looking like ice underneath the stars. Beautiful, but I'd rather be right here where we are. Go and tell your friends we're running late again. What you think? Pour another drink and call off the car. I I could spend 1,000 nights right here inside this room. But the only one I want is you, and it doesn't matter what we do. We could have nothing at all, and it'd still feel like nothing's missing. Now we're moving like we're on the moon. Don't Perignon dripping our shoes. We could fly around the world, but we always end up dancing in the kitchen. Dancing in the kitchen.
And we're back.
Hi.
We hope you enjoyed cooking with us the Hearty veggie meat sauce over black bean spaghetti.
Delicious.
And I know my friend Liz here is a vegetarian, so what
am.
would you do with this recipe that
Just
could make
probably omit the meat and
Exactly.
yeah, and everything else works. So it's perfect.
it? And we will see you back here next time on
Dancing in the kitchen. Bye.
Dancing in the kitchen. Dancing in the kitchen. Dancing in the Dancing in the kitchen.
Hi guys, welcome to Dancing in the Kitchen. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Liz.
This week we are continuing to focus on the topic of depression and foods and nutrients that support mood and mental health. We are talking about an important group of nutrients that can play a role in things like anemia. We actually recently covered anemia in another episode.
Right.
And so today we're going to be talking about B12. And B12 can actually also contribute to the development of anemia when it's low.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
It's true, and B12 actually is also really important to supplement with if you're a vegetarian, and you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
It's only found in animal products. So good sources are milk, yogurt, cheese, and eggs. And this week, we're gonna be making a delicious chicken basil frittata, which includes most of those things.
Sounds yummy. I can't eat it, but sounds good.
Well, actually, you can eat it because we can just make some modifications.
Okay. Sounds good.
The B12 in this recipe is found again in the eggs, in the cheese. One of the things that I love the most about it is that it's really easy to prepare on like a Saturday or Sunday morning. It makes a big batch, and then you can enjoy the leftovers throughout the week.
Yeah.
So-
If you're feeling like super lazy, like I normally am, you can just kind of like do everything the night before, chop it, get it ready. Yes, and then you can take the less stress off of you for the next day to cook it.
Yeah, that's right. So then you can just throw everything in the pan, and it's not so intimidating to make a big recipe first thing in the morning. And I actually find that's been a really important aspect of my mental health recovery.
How so?
Well, in that when I reduce friction, when I make things easier for myself to accomplish, I'm able to be more successful and I'm able to feel better about myself as a result. So if I want to make this healthy breakfast for myself, but then I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like it, I'm like, and I eat a donut or whatever else, you know, now I'm going to start to feel bad about myself because I didn't follow through on what I said I was going to do.
So that's good then. So if you do little bits and pieces, then you know they all come together. You don't feel like you had to do it all in one sitting. So that's good.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super overwhelming. I guess that brings us to our featured song this week.
Ooh, tell me.
We are actually doing a throwback. This is a song from my 2014 album, Seeing Stars.
2014.
2014, it was a while ago now.
It's like in and around the time that we met, right?
It's a little bit after, yeah, it was
After,
kind
yeah.
of like our rebel punk kitty phase.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this song is called Live Out Loud.
Nice.
And I have always really loved this song because it's so hopeful and uplifting and like empowered.
Yeah.
It's really about like stepping into your power.
Yeah, and it has a lot of morning themed lyrics, so
It
it's
does.
good to put on in the morning when you're making this frittata.
Exactly. Well, without further ado, let's get cooking.
Morning light shines in on me. The air's still cool, and I can see pink clouds, blue skies, and everything is easy, so easy.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this week's recipe, our chicken basil frittata, and we hope you enjoyed this week's song.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
I feel exceptional. I feel strong. Nothing's gonna get me down. Yesterday's dancing in the kitchen.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Liz.
Welcome back to
Dancing in the Kitchen.
So we are still on the topic of depression in this current series, and today we're going to be talking about B9. B9 is one of the B complex vitamins, and all of the B vitamins have an integral role to play in the nervous system. Do you happen to know B9 comes in the form of both folic acid and folate? Do you happen to know the difference?
I think I do now. I think one is the natural form, correct? And then one is synthetic.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Folate, which is the natural form, is actually easier for our bodies to absorb and utilize. So if you're ever supplementing, which they recommend that pregnant women supplement with folate, because it also has a role to play in fetal development. So if you're ever supplementing, you want to look for folate, that natural form. But this actually goes a step further because there are some people who have a genetic mutation. It's called the MTHFR mutation, and it can actually interfere with the body's ability to absorb and utilize B9. If you have that mutation and it's already harder for your body to utilize B9, then if you're taking the synthetic form, folic acid, you're just adding even more friction and making it even harder for your body to get the folate that it needs.
So how do you know if you have a mutation?
So you can do genetic testing and you can find out about that mutation. Okay. And the MTHFR mutation is actually implicated in a whole bunch of mental health conditions, everything from schizophrenia to bipolar to depression to ADD and autism. And this really makes sense because with the B vitamins and that MTHFR mutation affecting the nervous system, if something is off kilter there, then it's going to result in mental health symptoms.
Interesting.
So you can really support your nervous system by getting enough B9, preferentially in the form of folate.
Nice.
So today, we are featuring an ingredient that contains ample folate, which is broccoli.
Yes, my fave.
Broccoli's so good. We're actually using it in the form of broccolini in this particular recipe. The recipe is a super simple side dish that you can pair with a protein to make a complete meal. Easy to have on hand and just kind of serve up whenever you're craving.
Great.
So this is purple cabbage and broccolini sauteed in ghee. And before we get cooking, we do have a song to share with you. The song we're going to be featuring today is one that I wrote back in 2013. I actually wrote it for my sorority, Gamma Phi Beta, reached out to me and asked me to write me a song for their One Heart campaign. They were doing a philanthropic campaign and needed a video to go along, and they needed a song for the video.
Nice.
And they came knocking. So I was really pleased about that, and I wrote this song. And the premise of the song, essentially, is that when one heart heals, it creates a ripple effect that helps other hearts to heal, and the more that happens, the more the love and the healing spread. All right.
Nice.
So we hope this song and this recipe bring you
your heart.
here.
Yeah. Right. So.
And we're gonna get to it, and we will see you back here in just a few.
Bye.
One heart, giving and receiving, inspiring, believing it's a beautiful thing. One heart transforms the world around it just by reaching out. One heart.
And we will see you back here next time on
Dancing in the Kitchen.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.